Yeah. Saturday morning, my buddy followed me down here. Landowner's got a bunch of sheep, and he's I don't know, Great Pyrenees, is that what they are? He doesn't look like one. He doesn't have much hair, but the dad to him, you can barely see him. He's standing right in there. He's up there. He's a hairy devil, but I guess that in there is just a pup, but he's a playful devil. Some of yesterday's fine work all laid out. Went down here, and this is one of course I showed you the crossings yesterday, and I brought the skid steer over here yesterday afternoon and whipped these crossings up, slicked them up a little bit. A little more user friendly. Widened out the approaches a little bit, kind of come in here and made an angle on them, that way you can get a good turn, wait and cross there. Heck of a lot better than it was. So he ought to get along with that pretty good. Then we did quite a bit of work to the bigger crossing. We'll go over here and look at it real quick. I'm gonna jump on the skidder because that's where we're headed, is across the creek. Dad's already over there. Now, I was always told growing up, because I hang around a bunch of old men, as you all know, I need to marry a rich girl. That way I don't have to work so hard. Good gosh. And when you're scouting out walnut timber in some of these places, I'm starting to see the point behind that. It's not so bad when you find some good walnut trees, but we've seen a couple walnut tops out here in this mess, but the tops looked big. From a distance, they looked good, but good Lord. But they just weren't big enough to cut, which maybe in another 16 years when we come back to this job, they will be. I mean, this is a jungle. Of course, the leaves are kind of starting to fall off, which is nice. I'm thankful it falls right around the corner, because you can't see anything in these kind of places when the vegetation's full. It's always hard for me to give someone a good, accurate estimate of what their timber is going to do a lot of times in the summer, because it's hard to see everything without being right up on it, of course. Gotta find a clearing here, get through this. Water oak. And see, me and Dad were talking the last time we logged this. He didn't think we'd come over in here, which I'm assuming we didn't, because I didn't see any stumps out in this mess here. It's kind of like a little island, because there's a ditch I'm going to cross right up here. It's a deep ditch, but it runs way back up and around here. There's some decent water oak out here, and that's it, but I sure ain't going to build a crossing to get out on this little thing to cut water oak. Not in this jungle. They can grow with the walnut. I feel like a jungle commando. Need a machete. Well, let's get this job finished up. We cut the gust of wind there. Got the last little bunch of them cut, and I've got them pushed together. We bucked them and pushed them together. We're going to bring the truck over here, and we'll haul these back to our yard. We'll take them back to the yard, and we'll sort them out, and we'll ship some of these. These are some good little shipping logs. They're not real big. These, I mean, there was a few tall ones in there, as you can see, but they're just clean, and that's what we like to ship out. Some of them special order deals. So these trees over here weren't near as tall as what we cut yesterday, but they got a little more size to them. But they're just clean logs. They're just a good clean set of logs. And it's not that they're small by any means. I mean, they've got some size to them. You know, there's some 16 and 17 inch logs in there, which for any more in this walnut game around here is pretty good. It's a pretty good pile of logs, you know, in the last 2 days. we've probably cut all together, oh gosh, I don't know the exact footage. I'm guessing 4,500 foot in the last 2 days. So we'll come over here tomorrow. We'll load these up. There'll probably be two. I doubt we can haul everything in 2 big loads. I honestly do. We'll come back over here. I'm gonna take the skidder back across the crossing here on the other side of the creek. So that's got the wraps on this job. This little skidder. It's gonna be the last time I use her for a while. We're gonna, like I said, I've got those D models now. I'm gonna start using those Ds, but this thing, I'm gonna do a few little things to it. It's got a couple little things that need addressed, and I'm gonna sell this skidder here. It's been a good machine, but I've got my Ds, and I like my Ds a lot better, so the B's gonna go down the road. But we'll come over here tomorrow, which will be Sunday. We'll load these up, get them put back on the yard. That way we'll get them sorted out. We're starting to get a pretty good pile of logs on our yard. This time of year, we like to try to fill orders at least once a month off the yard. So good pile of logs going back on. Let's get back across here. I'll show you the creek crossing I whipped up yesterday. Better clean that brush real quick. As you can see, I cut both sides pretty good. Got a pile of this sand. That's really what it is here. Just kind of a real sandy type dirt. Grab another gear. Crossing turned out really well. So I cut quite a bit off the other side. I widened it out and cut it down quite a bit. Listen to my poor grammar in English. Of course, down here, we're running over these logs. Big pile of dirt there. Happy I could do what I did with it. The landowner, he was excited. He said for the first time he can remember, he thinks he can get over there and lime that side of the creek now with a lime truck. That's the other pile right there. Got it all bucked and pushed together and ready to load out. Pretty good logs in that pile too. That's from yesterday. Go up here and park this and load the skid steer up and get ready for tomorrow. All right, we're all chained down with the skid steer. We got some dirt work to do tomorrow. When I bought this thing, I really hadn't intended of getting into the dirt business, but I don't mind doing a little extra work. So me and Brandon will be doing some stuff tomorrow. Then Monday we'll be using that skid steer there to cut some walnut trees I bought just east of Stockton. So saddle up on the old horse here. Turn that air conditioner on. My gosh, it's hot. All right, away we go. And that concludes another exciting day in the timber. My arms are on fire right now from all the walnut sawdust. So I'm ready to go home. I wish I could say my work for the day was done, but I gotta, like I said, me and Brandon have some dirt work to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna switch attachments, unload attachments with the skid steer, and we'll probably just take our tooth bucket. I don't think we'll need anything else. We might put the brush grapple on. The next Saturday, we lined up a clearing job down south. Once again, I mean, like I said, it wasn't my intention to really get into this kind of work. I bought this skid steer solely for logging, but I guess when people find out you got something like that, and it just kind of, you know, you guys know how it is. It's kind of like a guy with a trailer. When a guy's got a trailer, he's got a lot of friends. Luckily, I got a pintle hitch trailer, and not just anybody can pull a pintle hitch. So, all right, guys, we're getting off here. Hope you have a good weekend. I'm sure we'll make a video tomorrow, whether it be hauling logs with Dad or me and Brandon doing dirt work. We'll do something. Like I said, they're calling for rain, chance of rain the next 5 days here in southwest Missouri, which I'm not going to complain. It's getting pretty dry and dusty, and the pollen's about to kill me right now with sneezing, so I'd like to see that get beat down a little bit. But other than that, like I said, should be a full day tomorrow hauling logs. I mean, it'll be a lot of the day. I'd like to help Dad, you know, with a load anyway before me and Brandon got to go do what we got to do. We'll just have to see how the day transpires. It's hard to be two places at once, even though I so try very often to do it. Guys, thanks a lot. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to subscribe. If you're watching my videos, be sure to subscribe. You might as well just start watching them all. Why not? Why not? Watch them all, subscribe, comment. Find us at Facebook and Instagram at Turner Logging LLC. Logger threads for all your awesome, cool, excellent, high quality, let you be known shirts. And Timber Tracker, that free app. All new website coming real soon. Interesting things. I want to tell you so bad about it, but I can't let the cat out of the bag just yet. Learned my lesson about that a couple years ago. Guys, have a good weekend. We'll see you tomorrow.